Hi everyone, it is currently the 12th of September 2014. Meteorologist Robert Spetter here joining you today. Right around 06 Universal Standard Time, we are talking about our tropical depression, Luis, locally named there by Bagasa. Expecting the Japan Meteorological Agency to upgrade this to Kalmaegi here in the very near future as well. And as you can see on the satellite picture, that really is not that far-fetched because what we are seeing is a very defined low-level circulation developing here on your Friday afternoon. Very decent inflow coming in from the west, also in from the north, and that means these spiral bands are starting to set up, which is going to feed into further intensification with our storm system. Furthermore, we are also seeing plenty of warm sea surface temperatures under the storm, right around 30 degrees Celsius and higher. And every time, just historically speaking, when a storm approaches the Philippine Sea and right along the eastern seaboards of Luzon, we quite often see storm systems undergo rapid intensification above and beyond what the forecast depicts. So right now, we're really looking at a storm system making landfall here in eastern Luzon, possibly a Category 1. I'm thinking a possible Category 2 if this does develop as the way I'm thinking this is going to develop in the forecast. The other big problem, though, before I get on to landfall a little more into detail, is that as we look ahead for the next 24 hours, even if you're farther here towards the south, and let's say you're in Cebu and you're thinking, hey, this storm system's going to be missing me farther off towards the north. Well, the problem is you're also looking at that enhanced monsoon that's going to be circulating into this, and that's going to be allowing our storm to intensify, Luis, here more and more, but also it will be dragging in that moisture across central portions of the Philippines. So flooding is going to be a big risk here. Even on Saturday, well before landfall. I'm actually expecting landfall right around Sunday night, but still expecting all that moisture to come through. Even by Sunday morning, Manila, you're going to be looking at these thunderstorms as the storm system is farther off there towards the east. That's really the enhanced monsoon farther down towards the south. Let's talk about where exactly is our storm system going, because actually that forecast track I just showed you a second ago, a little bit old because that was the U.S. military's track, and they've been shifting farther down towards the south. I agree with that. Numerical guidance is actually pointing into around the Casiguran area. If we take a look at basically the satellite imagery at this time, see these clear skies just off towards the north. That's a subtropical ridge. Now, the original forecast, you see this cold front kind of hooking down here towards the east. Not expected to hook our storm a little bit farther towards the north and eventually run it into the Cagayan area there in northeastern Luzon. Right now, it doesn't look like it's having that effect. So I would highly anticipate that a lot of these warnings are going to shift farther down towards the south. That would put Manila into these tropical storm strength winds by Monday if that was to take place. Also, Casiguran probably going to be taking the brunt of this. And what I showed you earlier from the U.S. military, that was actually one of their older tracks. Take a look at their newest one, which is actually shifted down towards the south, putting those tropical storm strength winds across northern portions of the NCR. I wouldn't be surprised if that shifts farther south as well. And also, if we zoom in on this, you can see that the Casiguran area, once again, is going to be hit by, well, at least these very damaging typhoon strength winds. So that's something I really want to watch out for. Now, as far as storm surge is concerned, let's say this held true, this forecast track stayed in place. It's these towns right along the immediate coastal areas just north of where that storm system is going to be making landfall. That's where the threat of storm surge is. But as far as a Category 1 to Category 2 storm goes, it's not the tsunami type thing you imagine with Haiyan. It's talking about coastal flooding. As long as you get away from the immediate coastal areas, you would be missing out on the worst of the storm surge. Well, really, the biggest problem with this is going to be the rainfall. I'm showing you here is actually just one numerical guidance. This is a COAMPS model. And really the big thing with this, I think the rainfall is going to waver because this goes out to about 110 hours. We're talking about 4 to 5 days. But it does show some areas, it does depict some areas in that period of time, especially here along the western seaboards, because of that moisture inflow, seeing upwards about 800 to 900 millimeters of rainfall. That's absolutely intense. Even these areas in lighter blue, we're talking about 200 to 300 millimeters over the course of this event. So flooding is definitely going to be a major risk, but also landslides in some of these steeper elevations just inland from where the storm system will be making landfall. Talking about Santiago City, Iligan, even farther down towards the south into San Jose City, you really could be seeing seeing some rough weather and the possibility of some delays out there on the roads as well. So definitely you just want to stay indoors if you are feeling the direct impacts from this. And one thing that we always mention in the Philippines, if you are in any evacuation advisory, you want to take those very seriously and definitely get out of harm's way. So let's take a look at some of our model outlooks. This is first from the NavGem, really coming in agreement as well. I remember last time I made a video update, it was switching farther off there towards the north. It's really picking up on that Westpac high, building in on this. Also, the other key thing is in the long range, I know we're concentrating on the Philippines, but much like Ramasoon, that storm system ended up impacting Guangdong and Hainan. Really looks like a very similar outlook could be occurring here. So for now, we're definitely going to continue to keep track of what is happening there in the Philippines across eastern portions of Luzon, talking about Casiguran, just inland in Iligan. These are the areas that you're probably going to be seeing the biggest impacts. But once that's over with, heavy rainfall across even the Manila area, tropical storm strength winds is possible if the forecast holds true. And then we're going to see our storm system track farther towards the west and eventually impact those of you out there in the China. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can always post them down there in the comment box below. Also, don't forget to go head to the website and check out our Tropical Information Center featuring our interactive track map. If you want to see how high these winds are expected to be just prior to landfall, go ahead and use that right now. J2WC expecting 139 gusting up to 167 kilometers per hour right there at landfall. Also, you can check out the website for the latest updates, not just for myself, but meteorologist Mike Adcock has also put out his own video updates here in the last several days. All right, guys, stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.